Okay, how do you get free shares in Trading212? That's what we'll cover in this video. Now, if you're new to Trading212, you'll have seen lots of videos on YouTube offering saying sign up with Trading212, you'll get free shares or a free share. That offer has now stopped. They are currently offering a waiting list, but I don't think this is going to get solved anytime soon. And to be honest, Trading212 looks decidedly rocky and uncertain for its own future. That's because it's been a victim of its own success. If we look at the stats here, this is from Trading212, their growth in just 12 months. They've gone from 400,000 to 1.4 million clients in the last 12 months. That is massive growth. But that also means it's a massive strain on their resources to handle an extra 1 million customers in a single 12 months for any business is a huge task. But to actually have a 250% growth in customers is huge. They've gone from, look at these trade days, stock trades per day on average, gone from 15,000 to 1.5 million. This is huge. Their daily active users has gone up from 28,000 a year ago to 600,000. This has created all sorts of problems. There's lots of people screaming and shouting and saying, Trading212, what are you doing? But they are a victim of their own success. Now, that does mean that if you want to get free shares with Trading212, you can enter your name and get on the waiting list, but I suspect that waiting list is going to be incredibly long and may never produce results. That's the only solution they've got at the moment. Now, it may be also that you're looking for alternatives. Now, there are other alternatives out there. There's free trade, there's other alternatives as well. But one alternative I'd like to suggest, which is slightly right of centre here, if you're interested in getting shares in companies, why not get shares in companies that are pre-stock market as well? They're still companies and you can still get shares in these businesses, but if you get shares pre-IPO, the potential is to make a lot more money. Now, one other thing I want to point out though, again, Trading212, risk disclosure here. A lot of people aren't aware of this. If you're Trading212 and you want to actively trade your shares, so rather than just buying for the long-term strategy investment, which is what you should really do. But a lot of people with Trading212 get tempted, especially by the YouTubers saying, buy this, sell that, and so on. It's very glamorous, the idea of buying and selling and trading your shares, but you've got to be aware here, 76% of retail investors lose money when trading CFDs with this provider. So that is the information from Trading212, 76% will lose money. Now, what's your alternative? How do you get around that? Well, first of all, you need to be looking for the medium to long term. Buying a stock because a stock is good. Buying a company or getting shares in that company or owning part of that company because you can see a long-term potential. There's no point in trying to trade a share, get in today based on some information. If you The analysts and the traders and the people out there have all the information. They have it way before the retail investors. So if you want to try and beat those big institutional investors, you're not going to do it. But if you see a company and you see the long-term value, so for instance, if it's Tesla and you see that Tesla might be a long-term, this is going to be the car company of the future, then you can buy that and just sit on those shares. Warren Buffett said it really well. You've got to just get shares. He doesn't actually trade much. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, his big financial advice is get shares in companies and then just stay with them. Because those companies are going to reinvest in themselves, they're going to expand, they're going to grow, and so on. It's a bit like if you could get shares in Trading212 themselves as a company. That would be, to me, a great investment. You can see those stats here, how well it's growing as a business. Although having said that, like I said, it is rocky, so it could well collapse at some point in the future. So what I want to do is share with you another investment angle, which is called the Angel Business Club. I've been with them for 6 years, and they've got a team of expert investors. So it's a managed portfolio. So all I do is pay a subscription to the club. They go and make the investments. This is medium to long term, but it's also pre-IPO stocks. Now, of the 18 businesses they've invested in the last 6 years, 3 have already floated on the stock market. So their success rate is huge. They're averaging around 20% growth for the investors, for the members of the club per year. but there's some really, really big, exciting potential players in there as well. For instance, we've got shares in a company called Smart Trader. They've just signed, they're a payment processing company. They've just signed a deal with one of the biggest financial institutions on the planet, and that could really propel them into the stratosphere. So, you know, this is about pre-IPO. Once they get to the stock market, they'll probably be £1 billion company by that point. But at the moment, we've got shares in that at just a £15 million valuation. So, tiny company, massive, massive potential. That's what the Angel Business Club does. Their experts do all the work for us. So you don't need to be trawling through the charts, reading the financial figures. Just pay a subscription to the club. You'll get shares every month in businesses that they've invested in. My own account has grown from 0 to just under 150,000 euros now. It's quoted in euros because it's a worldwide club. They're based in Europe, but you can join anywhere in the world. So if you want details on that, do click the link in the description. And you can actually join the club, give it a try for a few months. I really do think if you're interested in Trading 212, once you give the Angel Business Club a try as well, you'll absolutely love it because it takes out all the effort, takes out all the heartache and the trading sort of nerves and so on. Just view it as a medium to long term, 3 to 5 to maybe even 10 years. It gives you a nice diverse portfolio, so that's my recommendation there. Going back to Trading 212, if you want to get shares there, by all means sign up for their waiting list. But it's certainly no guarantee you're going to get shares, and it does look decidedly dodgy at the moment for Trading 212 as a financial business. Hopefully they can pull through, hopefully they can get some extra funding and expand their customer support and their services and facilities. If not, it's looking like a bit of a dead duck. They've been a victim of their own success, like I said earlier. But I wish you all the best in your trading. If you've got any comments, if you've got any questions about angel investing, getting in pre-IPO, do let me know in the comments below. Be happy to get back to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.